Hey everyone, it's Coach Matt over here, Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. We got you down on the floor, down for a ground view again like we did last week. And today we're actually going to be answering a question that was left on the YouTube channel under one of our most recent videos. And it comes from somebody who says that he's having a problem in where he's a rotational shot putter. And when he rotates, what's going on is that he's driving really well out of the back of the circle, and he's landing with his right foot, with his power foot, about 2/3 of the way in to the circle. Now, that's a great question, but I'm not really too sure what the problem is, because that is a fantastic thing. That's actually what we're looking for. We want to see that as you drive out of the back of the circle in zero support, as you drive and explode through that circle, we want to see that you're landing sort of in that, front half, the front 2/3 of the circle. So what I've done is, we've got a water bottle, because my athletes that train here are always leaving their damn water bottles all over the floor. You guys know who you are. We've got a water bottle right here that is going to represent the front of the circle, the toe board. And right back here, probably can't see it, I've got the bottle cap, which is going to represent the back of the circle. So we've got 7-foot diameter. Now, with the 7-foot diameter, let's get something else to put in here. Give me a second. We've got a little 10-pound baby weight. So if we figure out 1, 2, 3.5, here is essentially the midpoint of our shot put circle. Okay, so we've got the front half of the circle, the midpoint of the circle, the back of the circle. So when you drive, if you're a rotational thrower, okay, I set the camera up this way on purpose because this is how I want to see all of my video analysis videos come in from my athletes, both online training and also with the one-time video analysis that I offer. I want it from the side. I want it from this angle. As you turn out of the back of that circle in the rotation, whether it's discus or shot put, we don't want this power foot landing in the middle of the circle. We actually want you to bound and explode and drive into zero support and land in the front 2/3 of the circle. Land on the inside of the front half of the circle. This is a really hard thing to get people to understand because they feel like they're going to fly right over the toe board. They feel like they're going to push themselves and fly right out the front. But in essence, that's not what's going to happen. It's very hard to teach that to people. So if you're having that issue, if you're having a problem, you don't have a problem. You're doing great. Don't change anything. And here's why. In the rotational events, okay, the actual rotation, the explosion, and the drive going through the circle is what gives us that linear, that horizontal speed. You take that horizontal speed, and at the end of your throw, when you explode up and block, you then put a vertical push on the ball. And when you've got that linear, that horizontal speed, mixed with a vertical speed, well, now you can see that the shot is going to go out at a nice loft. So you're driving with a lot of horizontal speed out of the back of the circle. You're exploding up at the end of your throw, and that gives you that nice loft, that nice angle, and applies power in the right direction, applies power the right way. All right, so if you're driving out of the back of the circle and to zero support, and you're landing in the front half of that circle, the front 2/3 of that circle, or 1/3 of the circle, that's a good thing. Pushing, boom, landing. When you land in that power position, you're crouched down. Your feet are pretty close because you don't want to be, you're not going to be hugging the toe board. You're going to be right about here. Nice athletic position. At the very end, you turn the feet and you blast up at the end. You come off the ground, boom, you blast up. You put that vertical force at the end. You drive your feet into the cement circle. I always tell my athletes, you don't just kind of massage the top of the circle. you want to drive down into that circle. You want to put as much power down and leave your footprints in the circle. You want to push that cement pad down. You want to hit so hard and drive so hard with your legs that you're trying to take that cement circle and push it down further into the ground. And the only way you do that is by driving up at the end and putting a ton of vertical force at the end of your throw. So if you're driving into the front third of that circle, if you're driving over the midpoint of that circle, keep doing it. It's a really hard thing to learn. It's a really hard thing to teach and to get people used to doing. So don't change anything. If you guys are driving and you're landing in the middle, or there is no zero support, you're just stepping, it's time to start bounding, it's time to start driving, and get all the way across that circle and use the entire circle. This was a great question, and I don't think the person that asked it was expecting the answer that I just gave. But it goes to show you guys, sometimes you need an expert's opinion. Sometimes the difference between an advanced thrower and an advanced coach with a beginner or an intermediate thrower or a beginner or an intermediate coach is that they understand really the intricate ins and outs, the whys of why things happen in the circle. Not just how to do it, not just what it should look like. They understand if something goes wrong, why it went wrong, and they can trace it back step by step by step to get to the root of the problem. I heard someone say it the other day. If you're just chopping off branches, or are you getting to the roots? We want to get to the root of these issues, and that's what advanced coaches do really well. There's a new video series that's out on the Primal ATC website, which teaches beginners and intermediate throwers and coaches how to be advanced. It gets you thinking like an advanced coach. It gets you looking at problems and looking at the setup of your throws like an advanced coach. I'll put the link down below. I want you guys to check it out. It's a fantastic, I've never seen it done before. It's a fantastic new video series that's coming out. We've got more kind of stored in the future, but this is our first shot at it. The results and the feedback coming in has been awesome, so I want you guys to check it out as well. Click the link down below and let me know if I can be of any other help to you. Leave your comments down below as well, and I'll get those answered in a future video. Thanks.